I'm glad you could join me. Today we're going to make coconut kisses. They're super easy. They're a 3-ingredient, really only, you might want to call it 2.5. It's a can of sweetened condensed milk. That's not the evaporated stuff. It's the small can that's super thick and creamy. As you can see, it's almost like molasses or syrup. And you can buy that any department store or grocery store. We have a half a teaspoon of vanilla, which I'm just going to pour right in there now before I forget, and 3 cups of coconut. And that's all there is to this recipe. We're going to mix these all together. We're going to put them on a baking sheet. We're going to put them in the oven at 375 for 15 minutes, and then you're going to get something that's similar to a coconut macaroon, but it has no egg in it. So this recipe has milk, but no egg product. So if you're allergic to eggs, this is a good one for you too. And if you have a gluten allergy, it's good for that as well. So I'm going to stir that vanilla around, and I'm going to dump that coconut in. Oh, and it smells so good. It's so sweet and creamy smelling. My mouth is watering. I think it's probably the vanilla smell. Most of us really like vanilla because it reminds us of our childhood. It does me, anyway. My mother was a terrible cook, but my father was an excellent cook, so it worked out okay at our house. You'd ask, did Mom make this or did Dad make it? And if they said Mom made it, you said to yourself, maybe I'll just have one of those. But if Dad made it, you had 3 or 4. There we go. And now I'm going to go and get my tablespoon, and we're going to drop that by the tablespoonful onto the parchment covered or grease covered baking sheet. And that's all there is to this recipe. This is one of the easier ones you can possibly do and requires no real special ingredients. I'm going to go get my spoon. Okay, now we're going to take a tablespoon and we're just going to put little bits of this dough onto the parchment paper. You either have to use parchment paper or grease your sheet. You can do a few at a time or as many as you like, and you have to use it all up. So there's no preservatives in any of these gluten-free products that we bake at home, so you have to use sense in the fact that you don't keep them too long or they'll grow nice little molds on them. So we're going to put out enough to cover this whole thing. And once again, I'm going to say to you, make sure you always wash your hands, because here we are using our fingers to put the cookie dough on the plate. There we are. Now they're going to go in the oven at 375, and they're going to go in there for 15 minutes. You keep an eye on them because they're coconut and they'll go from a nice golden brown to a dark brown in a hurry. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this recipe. The recipe will be in the video description below, and any questions, please leave us a comment.